NIUS welcomes you all in this live video for subject Political Science. This is module number 3, code is 317, Structure of Government, lesson number 14, State Legislature. This is part 1. First, we will discuss about difficult terms and concepts. After that, we will learn about the lesson. First, India, as you see in the picture. In India, there is total 28 states and 8 union territories. For example, Delhi, Chandigarh, and they all include 8 union territories. They all are 8. Union is more powerful than state. It means central government is more powerful than state government. Law-making body is legislature. Unicameral legislature, it means only one house exists to make laws. Bicameral legislature, it means division of legislature into 2 houses. First, lower house and second, upper house. In lower house, members are directly elected by the citizen. For example, House of the People, it's been Lok Sabha, and also the State Legislative Assembly, Vidhan Sabha include. They all elected directly by citizens. And next is upper house. In this, members are indirectly elected by the elected representatives. For example, Council of States means Rajya Sabha and State Legislative Council, Vidhan Sabha. Vidhan Parshad. In this, people are indirectly elected. Legislative Assembly. In this, Vidhan Sabha, lower house of the state legislature. And next, Legislative Council, it means Vidhan Parishad, upper house of the state legislature. Keep this in mind. Next word is legislature. First is union level, It's mean parliament. In this, President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are included. And next is state level, जिसको हम स्टेट लेजिस्लेटर भी कहते हैं. They include governor, विधान सभा and विधान परिषद. Now you can see bicameralism. In union level you can see parliament, and under parliament you can see Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And in state level you can see state legislature and Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. In this map you can see bicameral legislators. They all have two assemblies. Next is universal adult franchise. It means all adults above 18 in India vote to elect their representative irrespective of their caste, religion, race, gender, place of birth or economic status. Next, voters list. In a democratic election, the list of those who are eligible to vote is prepared much before the election and given to everyone, which is officially called the electoral roll and is commonly known as the voter list. First is constituency. For example, one of the official areas of a country that elects someone to represent it in a parliament or legislature. And next one is single member constituency. For some constituency, the people elect one representative who then become a member of the legislative assembly. Next is office of profit, a position that brings to the person holding it some financial gain or advantage or benefits. Next word is Anglo-Indian, a citizen of mixed Indian and through the parental line European ancestry. Let me explain these words. First is summon. It means calling all the members of the parliament, state legislature to meet. It means summon. Next word is prorogue. Prorogue. It means discontinue a session of the parliament, state legislature without dissolving it. It means बिना किसी सेशन को ख़त्म करे उसे बीच में ही ख़त्म कर देना, उसका अंत कर देना. Next is dissolve. The formal term for the end of the parliament, state legislative assembly. So it's a formal term and it means dissolve इलेक्शन से पहले असेंबली को ख़त्म कर दिया गया है, ख़त्म कर दिया जाता है तो उसे डिसॉल्व कहा जाता है। ये ऑफिशियल टर्म्स है। नेक्स्ट वर्ड इज प्रोक्लेमेशन ऑफ इमरजेंसी। इट्स मीन period of governance under an ultra constitutional setup that can be proclaimed by the President of India when they perceives grave threats to the nation from internal or external sources or from financial situations of crisis. Next word is by election. It's mean sometimes elections are held only for one constituency to fill the vacancy caused by death or resignation of a member. Next word is privilege. Emoluments and allowance. Now, we already discussed about difficult words. Now we will do objectives. So what was the objective of this chapter? Objective number 1. Describe the composition of Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. Objective number 2. Recall qualifications of the members of legislature. Objective number 3 is explain powers and functions of state legislature. Point number 4, examine relationship between both the houses. And highlight that Vidhan Sabha is more powerful than Vidhan Parishad. Now new 14.1 composition of the state legislature. First is unicameralization, and in unicameralization, first is most important person is governor. Second, state legislative assembly. For example, in Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Odisha, they all are unicameralism follow, also called lower house or popular house. Next word is bicameralism. In this they have governor. Next, state legislative assembly or Vidhan Sabha, and in third they have state legislative council, or we can call that Vidhan Parishad, also called upper house. Lok Sabha is more powerful than Rajya Sabha because it's union level. And Vidhan Sabha is more powerful than Vidhan Parishad. It's state level.
मशरूम उद्योग के विकास को देखते हुए विश्व के सबसे बड़े मुक्त विद्यालयी शिक्षा संस्थान NIUS द्वारा मशरूम उत्पादन से संबंधित कोर्स संचालित है। इसकी समय अवधि 6 माह है और प्रवेश लेने के लिए न्यूनतम योग्यता 8वीं पास। इस कोर्स के दौरान शिक्षार्थियों को मशरूम के बीज तैयार करने से लेकर फसल उत्पादन तक प्रैक्टिकल के जरिए सिखाया जाता है व सघन प्रशिक्षण दिया जाता है। इसके उपरांत शिक्षार्थी को सैद्धांतिक व प्रायोगिक परीक्षा उत्तीर्ण करने पर प्रमाणन किया जाता है। इस कोर्स को करने के बाद आप खुद का मशरूम फार्म खोल सकते हैं अथवा मशरूम फार्म में एक कुशल सहायक के रूप में कार्य कर सकते हैं। मशरूम विशेष पोषक तत्वों के कारण उभरते हुए उद्योग के रूप में हर किसी का ध्यान आकर्षित कर रहा है। कुछ ही सालों में भारत में मशरूम उत्पादन बेरोजगार युवाओं, किसानों, ग्रामीण मजदूरों, गृहिणियों और लघु उद्यमियों के बीच तेजी से लोकप्रिय हुआ है। साथ ही एक लाभदायक उद्योग के रूप में उभर कर सामने आया है। मशरूम की खेती बेहतर कमाई का एक बहुत अच्छा विकल्प है। कम जगह और कम लागत के बाद भी मशरूम उत्पादन से कई गुना अधिक मुनाफा कमाया जा सकता है। लेकिन इसके लिए मशरूम की खेती से जुड़ी छोटी से छोटी जानकारी होना जरूरी है। तो आप भी मशरूम उत्पादन के क्षेत्र में करियर बनाकर खुद को व अपने परिवार को आर्थिक रूप से मजबूत बनाने के लिए इस पाठ्यक्रम में प्रवेश लें और जानकारी के लिए अभी लॉगिन करें NIUS की वेबसाइट www.sdmis.nius.ac.in अथवा www.nius.ac.in पर।
Let's continue. 14.1.1 Legislative Assembly or Vidhan Sabha. A legislative assembly in every state हर स्टेट में एक लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली होती है जो कि लोगों को रिप्रेजेंट करती है, रिप्रेजेंट्स द पीपल ऑफ द स्टेट, उस स्टेट के लोगों को रिप्रेजेंट करती है। Members are directly elected through universal adult franchise. Legislative Assembly means विधान सभा के जो मेंबर्स होते हैं वो डायरेक्टली इलेक्शन के थ्रू इलेक्टेड होते हैं, इलेक्ट किया जाता है उन्हें डायरेक्टली इलेक्शन के थ्रू। Members are elected from territorial constituencies. Every state is divided into as many single members constituency as the members of members to be elected. See, seats are reserved for SCs and in some states for STs also. This depends on population of these weaker section in the state. हर स्टेट में SC and STs के लिए सीट रिजर्व्ड है। ये डिपेंड करता है उनके स्टेट में कितनी पॉपुलेशन है। Qualifications of a member of Vidhan Sabha. First, it should be a citizen of India. Second, it have attained the age of 25 years. His or her name must be in voter lists. Must not hold any office of profit, for example, should not be a government servant. Numbers of Vidhan Sabha members cannot be more than 500 and not less than 60. Very small states have been allowed to have lesser numbers of members. Thus, Goa has only 40 members in its assembly. But UP has 403. The governor can nominate one member of Anglo-Indian community if this community is not adequately represented in the House. Tenure of Vidhan Sabha. Tenure of Vidhan Sabha is 5 years, but the governor can dissolve it before the completion of its term on the advice of Chief Minister. May be resolved by the President in case of constitutional emergency proclaimed under Article 356. In case of proclamation of national emergency under Article 352, the Parliament can extend the term of Legislative Assembly for a period not exceeding 1 year at a time. Next topic 14.1.2 Presiding Officer or the speaker. Member of Vidhan Sabha elect their presiding officer, or the speaker presides over the meetings of the House and conducts its proceeding. Maintains order in the House, allows the members to ask questions and speak. Puts bills and other measures to vote and announces the result of voting. Does not ordinarily vote at the time of voting. However, he may exercise casting vote in case of a tie. A tie means that equal numbers of members have voted in the favor and against a bill or resolution. To break the tie, casting vote is exercised by the presiding officer of the Legislative Assembly. The Deputy Speaker presides over the meeting during the absence of the Speaker. He is also elected by the Assembly from amongst its members. So far we discussed about Vidhan Sabha. Now let's see Vidhan Parishad 14.1.3 Legislative Councils or Vidhan Parishad. First, upper house of the state legislature. Second, not in existence in every state. Third, legacy of the British period. The Parliament can create Vidhan Parishad if the Vidhan Sabha passed a resolution to this effect by a majority of the total membership of the Assembly and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of the Assembly present and voting. And this sends the resolution to the Parliament. Similarly, if a state has a council and the Assembly wants it to be abolished, it may adopt a resolution by similar majority and send it to Parliament. In this situation, Parliament resolves to abolish the concerned Legislative Council. Accordingly, councils of Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and West Bengal were abolished. Total numbers of members in Vidhan Parishad of a state should not exceed 1/3 of the total number of members in Vidhan Sabha, but this number should not be less than 40. The Jammu and Kashmir was exception where Vidhan Parishad had 36 members. Bicameral legislature has 6 states including Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana and Uttar Pradesh.
मशरूम उद्योग के विकास को देखते हुए विश्व के सबसे बड़े मुक्त विद्यालयी शिक्षा संस्थान NIUS द्वारा मशरूम उत्पादन से संबंधित कोर्स संचालित है। इसकी समय अवधि 6 माह है और प्रवेश लेने के लिए न्यूनतम योग्यता 8वीं पास। इस कोर्स के दौरान शिक्षार्थियों को मशरूम के बीज तैयार करने से लेकर फसल उत्पादन तक प्रैक्टिकल के जरिए सिखाया जाता है व सघन प्रशिक्षण दिया जाता है। इसके उपरांत शिक्षार्थी को सैद्धांतिक व प्रायोगिक परीक्षा उत्तीर्ण करने पर प्रमाणन किया जाता है। इस कोर्स को करने के बाद आप खुद का मशरूम फार्म खोल सकते हैं अथवा मशरूम फार्म में एक कुशल सहायक के रूप में कार्य कर सकते हैं। मशरूम विशेष पोषक तत्वों के कारण उभरते हुए उद्योग के रूप में हर किसी का ध्यान आकर्षित कर रहा है। कुछ ही सालों में भारत में मशरूम उत्पादन बेरोजगार युवाओं, किसानों, ग्रामीण मजदूरों, गृहिणियों और लघु उद्यमियों के बीच तेजी से लोकप्रिय हुआ है। साथ ही एक लाभदायक उद्योग के रूप में उभर कर सामने आया है। मशरूम की खेती बेहतर कमाई का एक बहुत अच्छा विकल्प है। कम जगह और कम लागत के बाद भी मशरूम उत्पादन से कई गुना अधिक मुनाफा कमाया जा सकता है। लेकिन इसके लिए मशरूम की खेती से जुड़ी छोटी से छोटी जानकारी होना जरूरी है। तो आप भी मशरूम उत्पादन के क्षेत्र में करियर बनाकर खुद को व अपने परिवार को आर्थिक रूप से मजबूत बनाने के लिए इस पाठ्यक्रम में प्रवेश लें और जानकारी के लिए अभी लॉगिन करें NIUS की वेबसाइट www.sdmis.nius.ac.in अथवा www.nius.ac.in पर। मशरूम उद्योग के विकास को देखते हुए विश्व के सबसे बड़े मुक्त विद्यालयी शिक्षा संस्थान NIUS द्वारा मशरूम उत्पादन से संबंधित कोर्स संचालित है। इसकी समय अवधि 6 माह है और प्रवेश लेने के लिए न्यूनतम योग्यता 8वीं पास। इस कोर्स के दौरान शिक्षार्थियों को मशरूम के बीज तैयार करने से लेकर फसल उत्पादन तक प्रैक्टिकल के जरिए सिखाया जाता है व सघन प्रशिक्षण दिया जाता है। इसके उपरांत शिक्षार्थी को सैद्धांतिक व प्रायोगिक परीक्षा उत्तीर्ण करने पर प्रमाणन किया जाता है। इस कोर्स को करने के बाद आप खुद का मशरूम फार्म खोल सकते हैं अथवा मशरूम फार्म में एक कुशल सहायक के रूप में कार्य कर सकते हैं। मशरूम विशेष पोषक तत्वों के कारण उभरते हुए उद्योग के रूप में हर किसी का ध्यान आकर्षित कर रहा है। कुछ ही सालों में भारत में मशरूम उत्पादन बेरोजगार युवाओं, किसानों, ग्रामीण मजदूरों, गृहिणियों और लघु उद्यमियों के बीच तेजी से लोकप्रिय हुआ है। साथ ही एक लाभदायक उद्योग के रूप में उभर कर सामने आया है। मशरूम की खेती बेहतर कमाई का एक बहुत अच्छा विकल्प है। कम जगह और कम लागत के बाद भी मशरूम उत्पादन से कई गुना अधिक मुनाफा कमाया जा सकता है। लेकिन इसके लिए मशरूम की खेती से जुड़ी छोटी से छोटी जानकारी होना जरूरी है। तो आप भी मशरूम उत्पादन के क्षेत्र में करियर बनाकर खुद को व अपने परिवार को आर्थिक रूप से मजबूत बनाने के लिए इस पाठ्यक्रम में प्रवेश लें और जानकारी के लिए अभी लॉगिन करें NIOS की वेबसाइट www.sdmis.nios.ac.in अथवा www.nios.ac.in पर।
Welcome back. Let's continue with Vidhan Parishad. Qualification of a member of Vidhan Parishad is: first, it should be a citizen of India. Second, have attained the age of 30 years. Next, it should be registered voter in the state. Not hold any office of profit. Next, the Vidhan Parishad is partially elected and partially nominated. Most of the members are indirectly elected in the accordance with the principle of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote system. Different categories of members represent different interests. Proportional representation, a type of voting system used for elections in which parties gain seats in proportion to the numbers of votes cast for them. Single transferable vote system. A multi-winner electoral system in which each voter casts a single vote in the form of a ranked choice ballot. Next, composition of the Legislative Council. Point number 1. 1/3 members of Vidhan Sabha, 1/3 electorates consisting of members of municipalities, district boards and other local bodies. One-twelfth electorate consisting of graduates in the state with the standing of 3 years. Point 4. 1/12 electorate consisting of teachers of educational institutions within the state not lower in standard than a secondary school who have teaching experience of at least 3 years. Next, remaining about 1/6 members are nominated by the governor from amongst the person having special knowledge in the sphere of literature, science, art, cooperative movement and social service. Tenure of Vidhan Parishad. The Vidhan Parishad, like Rajya Sabha, is a permanent house. It is never dissolved. The tenure of its member is 6 years. One-third of its members retire after every 2 years. The remaining members are eligible for re-election. In case of vacancy arising out of registration, resignation or death by election is held for the remaining period of such members' tenure. Next topic, 14.1.4, Chairman of the Legislative Council or Presiding Officer. Point 1. Presiding officer or chairman is elected by its members. Next point. Business or Vidhan Parishad is conducted by the chairman. Point number 3. Presides over the meetings and maintains discipline and order in the house. In addition to his votes as a member, he can exercise his casting vote in case of a tie. In his absence, Deputy Chairman presides over the House. He is also elected by the members of Parishad from amongst themselves. Next is 14.1.3 Session of the State Legislature. Meets at least twice a year, and the interval between two sessions cannot be more than 6 months. The governor summons and prorogues the sessions of the state legislature. Governor addresses the Vidhan Sabha or both houses at the commencements of the first sessions after each general election and at the commencements of the first session of the year. Address by the governor reflects the policy statement of the government, which is to be discussed in the legislature and privileges and immunities of the members of the state legislature and similar to that of members of parliament. This is the end of this part. I hope you all understand this part well, and in next live video we will do part number 2. Thank you for watching.
मशरूम उद्योग के विकास को देखते हुए विश्व के सबसे बड़े मुक्त विद्यालयी शिक्षा संस्थान NIUS द्वारा मशरूम उत्पादन से संबंधित कोर्स संचालित है। इसकी समय अवधि 6 माह है और प्रवेश लेने के लिए न्यूनतम योग्यता 8वीं पास। इस कोर्स के दौरान शिक्षार्थियों को मशरूम के बीज तैयार करने से लेकर फसल उत्पादन तक प्रैक्टिकल के